Please be seated, everyone. We are back on the record in the matter of State of Vermont versus Joseph Ferlazzo Jr., 21 CR 8967. Mr. Ferlazzo is present with his attorneys, and the state is with its attorneys. The jury is all back from lunch, and just a quick question. Anybody learn anything about the case while on lunch break? Anybody discuss the case with anyone or hear any information of any kind regarding this matter? I'm seeing all shakes of the head no from the jurors. Is the state ready to proceed?
We are, Judge. The state would call Spencer Lemons.
Solemnly affirm that the evidence you shall give related to the cause now under consideration shall be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, under pain of penalty of perjury.
I do.
Good afternoon. Could you please state your name?
My name is Spencer Lemons.
Mr. Lemons, the acoustics in this room are not very good, so I'm going to ask you to just keep your
Spencer
voice.
Lemons.
Thank you. Where do you live, Mr. Lemons?
I live in Sheldon, Vermont, 56 Bailey Drive.
And how long have you lived there?
I've lived there 10 years.
Were you living there in October 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know a person named Joseph Ferlazzo?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know him?
He was a friend of mine.
How long have you known him?
I knew him probably since 2017-ish, 16-ish.
Do you see Joseph in the courtroom today?
I do.
Can you point to him, describe an article of clothing he's wearing and where he's sitting for the jury?
Sitting over there wearing a blue shirt.
Your Honor, if the record could reflect that Mr. Lemons has identified Mr. Ferlazzo.
So reflected.
Mr. Lemons, I'm going to ask you some questions about the weekend of October 16th and 17th and 18th of 2021. Do you remember that weekend?
I do.
What were you doing that weekend?
I was hiking Mount Katahdin, and then I came home to spend the weekend with my wife for our anniversary.
When was your anniversary?
17th of October.
Did you communicate with Joseph that weekend?
I did.
When did you first hear from him?
I heard from him when he communicated that he was going to be coming up to my house
And how did he communicate with you?
via Facebook Messenger.
Do you remember when he told you he was coming to your house?
It was late at night after 9 p.m.
Did he tell you anything about when you could expect his arrival?
Yeah, he said it would be around 11:20 at night.
Did Mr. Ferlazzo arrive at your home?
Yes, ma'am.
And what time did he arrive?
About 11:20.
What vehicle was he driving?
Okay. Both sides or mainly the witness?
Sorry.
Okay, try, let's project.
Yes, sir.
What vehicle was he driving?
He was driving a red Jeep.
Did he come inside?
No.
What did he say to you?
He said, "Let's go pick up my van."
Did you know where his van was?
He said it was at someone's house called the Langs.
Did you know where that residence was?
No, ma'am.
Had you ever been there before?
No, ma'am.
Did he tell you why he wanted to get the van?
He said he wanted to get the van up to my house because that was the original plan, and he wanted to get it done now.
Did you take him to get the van?
I did.
What car did you drive?
I took my Honda Civic.
Where was Mr. Ferlazzo's Jeep?
It was parked at the end of my driveway on Bailey Drive.
Did Mr. Ferlazzo go with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was Mr. Ferlazzo's demeanor like while you were driving in the car?
He was quiet.
Did you ask him why he was quiet?
I did ask him if there was anything going on, and he seemed a little distraught. He said, I just want to get to the bus. And so I had him point the directions out to me as we went.
Okay, keep your voice up.
He pointed the directions out to me as we went.
Okay. And generally speaking, where were you traveling to?
We were traveling to St. Albans.
And about how long would it take to get from your home to St. Albans?
About 30 minutes.
Did you arrive in St. Albans?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when you arrived in St. Albans?
We went in St. Albans. He gave me directions to where to go, and we arrived at where his bus was parked, and I assume that's the Langs.
What did you see when you arrived where the bus was parked?
I saw several patrol SUVs parked outside the residence.
And when you say patrol SUVs, do you mean police cars?
Police vehicles,
Do you remember how many you saw?
3 or 4.
What did you think when you saw those police vehicles?
Alarm bells went off in my head, and then he said, just go to the end of the road. It was a dead-end road, and he said, turn around. And then I turned around, and he instructed me to drive past the police.
When he told you to turn around, what did that make you think?
That made me think something was not correct in the situation, and thus it prompted me to continue to prod him for what's going on.
Okay, and did you do that?
I did. I asked him, what's going on, man? You need to tell me what's going on. If I'm going to be driving past police officers, I need to know what is going on.
And did he respond to you?
He did.
How did he respond?
He responded to me with, there's a lot going on. I wish I could see my grandmother. And then I said, what is going on? He said, Emily is back in the van. I said, is Emily alive? He said, no. And I asked, did you hurt her? And he said, yes. And then he started getting fidgety in the car.
Okay. Can you describe what Mr. Ferlazzo was like when you say he started to get fidgety?
He started going like this, moving around, reaching for the car door handle. I didn't know if he had anything on his person that would maybe cause harm to myself, so I immediately stopped the vehicle and told him to get out.
And did he say anything to you as he was getting out of the car?
Not that I remember.
What did you do when Joseph got out of the car?
I immediately turned around towards my house to put distance between myself and him so I could make a 911 call for the information he just gave me.
And did you make a 911 call?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do you remember what time you made that call?
It was probably close to midnight.
Prior to your testimony today, have you heard that 911 call?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Judge, at this time, the state would move for the court to read to the jury stipulation number 1, which I have for you.
All right, stipulation number 1 reads, members of the jury, the state and defendant Joseph Ferlazzo have agreed that you may find certain facts. This is called a stipulation. on October 19th, 2021 at 12:03.08 a.m. Spencer Lemons called 911. That call was initially answered by the E911 dispatch board. The E911 dispatch board connected the call with the Vermont State Police Dispatch Center. Chain of custody is not being challenged. As with any evidence in this trial, you must decide what weight you will give this stipulation. And that is also marked as State's Exhibit 116.
Yes.
All right, and it is that we will admit State's
Yes,
116.
no objection, Judge.
Your Honor, the state would now move to admit what it has previously marked as State's Exhibit 4, which is the 911 call.
Any objection?
No objection.
State's 4 is admitted without objection.
You ready, sir? Ready.
Vermont 911, where is your emergency?
Yes, my name is Spencer Lemons. I've got a guy that is going towards St. Albans on Route 36. Trying to make a long story short, he's a friend of mine. Came to my house. He lives in a bus thing. He was like, hey, we go pick up my bus, and we go to pick up his bus in St. Albans, and there's a bunch of cops outside. I said, what the heck is going on? He says he killed his wife. I got him out of my car. He's on this road, and I guess there's a bunch of state troopers at that place on somewhere in St. Albans. There's like 4 cops there, and I was like, no, but you got to get out of my car, and I was afraid I got to get him out.
All right, so where,
on the
do
road.
you know where this is happening? Or where he is?
Yes. There's 4 cops there. I can help out. I had to get him out of his car.
No.
He's on Route 36 right now walking.
Oh, he's walking on Route 36? Is that still in Fairfield or is that in St. Albans?
Just over Fairfield Hill, just before, what is that? I'm trying to see the name.
The carriage?
Right here.
Is it the carriage house?
There's it's before you reach Woodland Road, which is a private road
Okay.
on 36. That's where I'm at. But yeah, there's 4 troopers that were at that place. I don't know the name of that street. But yeah, he's walking on the road. And I don't care who he
And you were in Fairfield when he stated this to you?
He stated this to me when he said, we got to go back to my house. I'm like, are those cops for you? What is going on? And I said, what is going on? He says, my wife was in, he said, I did something really bad. I said, what did you do? And he said that his wife is inside that bus. And I said, is she alive? And he goes, no, I don't want to go to prison. If you get on my car right now, I'm calling the cops.
Okay. All right, and so when he told you that, were you in Fairfield or were you in St. Albans, do you know?
I'm in Fairfield right now. That's where he was. I just kicked him out of my car on 36 because I don't know if he's got a weapon or anything.
Okay, so you don't know if he has a weapon? Okay. And what is
I do
his
not
name?
know. His name is Joseph Ferlazzo, Ferlazzo.
F-E-R, I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Ferlazzo. His first name is Joseph, Josephh. He was staying with someone called the Langs, Langs, and that's where his bus was parked at. And that's where I thought I was taking him to get his bus. I did not know. Oh my God, it feels like a bad movie.
Okay, just hold on a second. You said near Woodland Road? Woodland?
Yeah, I'm on near Woodland Road, which is a private road, right off of 36.
Can you spell that for me?
Woodland Road.
Okay, and is that one word or 2 words, do you know? I'm just trying to map it.
One word, and his Jeep is parked at my house.
Okay, and where is your house?
My house is 56 Bailey Drive, Enosburg Falls, Vermont. That's where I'll head. There is 0 cell service there, though.
Okay. But all this is taking place in
In about 2
Fairfield?
minutes of right now. Yeah, Fairfield is right here, and then the directions to get to his Lang's place. Do you know where those 2 gas stations are off the exit? What is it, 19 off the interstate?
Yeah.
There's like if you continue down that road as if you're going to go to Stone's Auto, and you bang a left on the main street, it's like the first left after that, there's like another little gas station. It's down past that road.
Okay. All right, but he told you that he had killed his wife when you guys were on Route 36 when you were taking him back with
100%,
him.
yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on a second. I'm
And then
gonna.
I just stopped the car. I was like, yeah, no, oh my God.
Okay. All right, and did he put up a fight when you asked him to get out?
No, he was
Okay.
like, he's like, man, I don't want to go to prison. Don't take me back there. I said, and then he just started getting fidgety, and I don't know if he's got anything on him. I mean, yes, I am armed, but I'm not looking at any confrontation, so I'll just get out of my car.
Okay. All right, hold on a second.
Because I got a family and wife and kids. I don't need this crap around me.
Okay, no, I completely understand. Do you know what his wife's name is?
Her name was Emily Ferlazzo. I'm guessing was. I don't know. God. Emily, E-M-L-Y.
Okay.
I don't know what her maiden name was. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Okay, hold on one second. We're going to transfer over, okay?
44. Yep.
Salvage agent 419, Spencer Lemons on the line. Call back 615-305-7127. Tonight he had picked up his friend Joseph Ferlazzo, and he was bringing him back to his van bus that he lives in. On Route 36, Joseph has stated to Spencer that he had killed his wife tonight and that she was in this van. Joseph was not armed, and he asked him to get out. Now he's walking on Route 36. Joseph is on Route 36 in Fairfield? Yeah, he's just walking.
He's walking on 36. It's just before Woodland Ave, over Fairfield Hill, like maybe a minute out of town.
Okay. On Fairfield Hill. Okay, and do you know what he's wearing, Spencer?
He's wearing a black long sleeve and pants or shorts. I honestly don't know. I wasn't looking. He stopped by the house because for a while we planned on him moving his bus there with his wife, and
Your Honor, I don't have any more questions for Mr. Lemons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Jantz.
Do you need a break? Okay. Because I saw you becoming emotional listening to that can you hear me? 911 call. Joseph was your friend, wasn't he?
Yes.
And
Yes.
thank you. And you were surprised when he told you that he had killed Emily, weren't you?
Yes.
In fact, he asked you if you would kill him, didn't he?
Yes.
You told the 911 dispatcher that you were armed, right?
Yes.
And you had a gun in the car that you were driving in, correct?
Yes.
And Joseph typically carried a weapon as well, didn't he?
Yes.
But you didn't know that night if he were armed or not, correct?
Correct.
You didn't think he'd ever be able to do something like that, did you?
I don't know.
Well, based on your friendship with him from, I think you said 2017, so 3 years you knew him prior to this event, right?
About that.
Okay. And had you ever seen him demonstrate any kind of violence that would lead you to think this is the kind of thing he could do?
I had not witnessed that myself.
Would you say he was very distraught when you told him to get out of the car?
It seemed that way.
Are you having trouble with the...
All right.
It seemed that way. Sorry.
That's okay.
problem.
In fact, you told the police in an interview that the guy doesn't like violence. Isn't that right?
I don't remember.
Okay. You remember a conversation with Sergeant LeBombard? You had more than one, I know you did. Do you remember that one in particular?
That was 3 years ago. It's hard to remember.
Okay. But you've already told us that you hadn't observed violence, Joseph exhibiting violence over the 3 years you'd known him, right?
I had not witnessed it.
Okay. May I have a moment, please?
Yes.
That's okay. Thank you. I have nothing else.
No redirect, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lemons. You're all set.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, the state calls Trooper Adam Lipa.